Most people with intellectual disabilities have no control over how their support funding is spent.
Oh, I've got two budgets. I've got my weekly budget that I can spend my money freely on, and then I've got the budget for my funding from my support that I have no control over.
Where does that money come from for that person? And what can it be spent on? And for a support worker, that's a question you don't usually ask.
I have no control whatsoever over my budget. The council tell me I'm allowed this many hours. I have no free will at the moment.
So when I first started working with Stu, the money was controlled by a company, and it was very fixed in terms of what we could do.
Open Future Learning presents a new mini-learning module, helping people to manage support funding creatively.
Because it's their budget, it's their life. Why should they have people telling them how they should live their life? Because we don't.
So you said to me, all I do is go on a bus ride, drink coffee, eat cake and get fat, you said to me.
Yeah.
So I said to you, well, Trudy, here's your budget. You go away and think about what you want to do differently.
Harnessing creative thinking, community resources, assistive technology and natural supports.
And that's the beginning of this module, is about understanding and not being frightened to ask. Because if you don't ask those questions, you're just going to end up as a support worker, not as a skills builder.
Because every person can have more control over their funding.
Now Stuart's in charge of his own money, we can move those around to fit certain things. Stu's more driving sort of what he wants to do and where that's going.
And more control over their life.
When we've actually listened to people, truly listened, we've actually put the power back where it belongs, the person. We help them make the decisions they want to make. They make really good decisions.